What is up, my dudes? Welcome to Storytime with the Reddit Fairy. My name is Lorna, and today I've got for you some r/choosing beggars. So, let's get into it. We only accept Great British Pounds and no offers. Posted by user D-C-A. So for context, I work in a charity shop, and one of the rules is once something has been priced, we're not allowed to reduce said price. The only time I can think of when that's happened was when something was found broken or someone was still interested, so we said half off. It becomes £1. I was working on the till. We only have one, and this woman comes up with a pair of child's shoes. They're priced at £4, and she says, £2. I look at her and say I'm not allowed to change the price. She again says, £2. I say I'm not allowed to change them. She surprisingly goes to pay for them, and I notice in her purse that she has a load of notes. £5, £10, and £20, although she starts digging for coins. Fair enough. She pulls out euros and begins to put them down. I tell her, we only accept Great British Pounds, and she rather angrily puts them away. She then spends about 10 minutes digging through her purse for coins and eventually comes to about £3 5 And then as I think she's going to try and offer that, she pulls away the 5 and offers the £3. I once again tell her that I can't reduce prices. She then again pulls away all her coins and pulls out one of the £5 notes and pays with that as I give her change. I heard her say, "Arsehole," under her breath as she walked away. Was she self-reflecting just there because she was the arsehole? Like, what the hell? Why are you the asshole for just doing your job? Like, I don't really... All this currency is foreign to me, literally. So I don't really know what the what do you call it? The exchanges or anything, but sounds like she's quite the penny pincher. Choosing Beggar House Guest, New Orleans Style. Posted by user Downtown JMB. I live in a tourist destination city with my boyfriend. Last year, his nephew, Choosing Beggar, and Choosing Beggar's girlfriend came to stay with us so they could attend a WWF event. I bought a variety of deli items and some frozen food for him and his girlfriend to eat whenever they got hungry. I also cooked a big pot of shrimp jambalaya and cooked breakfast for them. In addition to the food at home, we took them to several restaurants and always paid the entire bill. When we were out walking around, we bought them food and water or beer when we were getting some for ourselves. This guy is not a child, nor is he destitute. He is over 30 years old and owns a barbershop and lives with his mother, rent-free. His girlfriend was 21. He never offered to pay for anything or asked if we wanted a beer or water when he was getting one for himself. On the last night of the 4 or 5 day stay, we took them to an expensive restaurant. After walking around for a while, it got late and I was exhausted. I knew that Choosing Beggar had an Uber app on his phone and asked him to get us a ride home. He looked me dead in the eye and said indignantly, no, that will go on my credit card. I'm not doing that." This would not have cost him much more than $10. I've usually paid about $7 to take a cab from that area to my house. Until the moment I was happy to wine and dine them and had no problem grabbing the check for everything. I was in shock at his attitude when he kept repeating, "No, I'm not going to do that," as if he was offended and angry that I dared to ask. I just stood there staring at him with my jaw on the floor. The next morning, the day their flight was leaving, we went out for coffee and pastry. When the bill came, we paid. Then he said he wanted a particular sandwich. I said there is a refrigerator full of food at the house. He said, "No, I can eat that kind of stuff anytime. I want a po' boy." So I drove to a corner store that had good quality, low-priced po' boys and dropped Choosing Beggar, his girlfriend, and my boyfriend off at the door. I then proceeded to park the car and spend about 20 minutes doing it. When his order was ready, the walking ATM was nowhere to be found. According to my boyfriend, choosing Beggar was apoplectic over the fact that he had to pay for something himself. This was over a year ago, and I just found out that choosing Beggar texted my boyfriend to tell him he would be coming to stay with us again in January. I'm sure he assumes I will be picking him up at the airport too. Edit, October 7th, 2019. Boyfriend just got a new job. I'm happy about that. He still hasn't called choosing Beggar. Edit, October 8th, 2019. I just texted choosing Beggar after calling twice and getting no answer. I wrote, boyfriend told me you were coming into town in January. I will not be able to host you at my house, but call your uncle when you are in town. I'm sure he would like to get together with you. Edit, just got a polite message from him saying, okay, nothing's set in stone yet with my trip. Thanks for reaching out. Choosing beggars and what do you call those people? Moochers. Yeah, that guy's a moocher and a freeloader. Like the OP was saying, he clearly has the money to sustain himself. So why is he acting like OP is his personal piggy bank? Like, what the fuck? Oh, good for you for standing up and saying, nope, you ain't got no place to sleep here. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Choosing Beggar needed to feed 3,000 people at a church convention. Must have thought that I'm Jesus. Posted by user Ms. Fox with 3 X's. A few years ago, a friend and I had a catering company and we started doing our marketing. A guy I know vaguely from work calls us up, offering us the chance of a lifetime. He's on a committee for organizing a church convention. On the final day of the convention, they will be hosting a gala dinner and prize giving for about 20 up-and-coming veteran gospel stars. The dinner will be snacks for the churchgoers, about 2,900 people, plus a 3-course meal for the 100 VIPs. Nothing too fancy, but starter, main, and dessert is required, plus the regular snacks. We say, great! We'll work out a menu and a quote and get back to you. He says, why a quote? It's for a church. So I ask him, do you want me to supply food for 3,000 people out of my own pocket? He says, of course. And he wants custom printed menus and decor for the convention center. The convention is for very influential people. He's doing me a favor to get my foot in. He'll allow us to discreetly put our business cards at the venue, and he'll thank us from the podium. He adds that a large conglomerate has already blessed the event with a ZAR 5000 gift card, but he will be using it for his personal grocery shopping. So I ask him if he thinks that I can afford to pay for food valued at about ZAR 75,000 cost, hire staff to assist with prep, setup and service, spend a week cooking for no money. He stresses that it's a church function, and he will pray that we will drum up business from the VIPs after the event. I said, yeah. The only dude I knew that could feed 3,000 people for nothing at least got the bread and fishes free. Needless to say, the event was a total bust. Oh no. How does he, okay, I could see if it was for 20 people. Maybe 30 people to do a kind helping gesture by doing this dinner for them. That even 30 people is pushed. That's a lot of food. Where are you getting the money for that food? So this guy, I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet about religion and politics. I need to stop talking about those things. So let's move on to the next one, shall we? I think so. You're a welder, right? Posted by user ZPridgen75. I am a certified welder, and I run my own welding and fabrication shop. Choosing Beggar I went to school with messages me on Facebook, the first contact I have had with them in around 8 years. You're a welder, right? I bought an aluminum airboat hull as a kit and I needed it welded together. Okay, give me dimensions or photos so I can give you a quote. A quote? What do you mean? I work for money, not charity. If you want this done, you'll have to pay me for my labor and materials. That's some shifty shit, man. I thought we were boys. I want this thing on the water by Friday. I'll drop the parts off with a case of beer, cool? Not even close. We're not even friends, and I don't drink. You want me to spend 30 hours of labor, 2 argon cylinders, hundreds of aluminum filler rods, and my whole shop space to do you a favor? $85 an hour. Wow, fuck you. You think you're some kind of professional welder or some shit? I weld. It is my profession. So yes, exactly. He even got pissed enough to leave me a bad review on Google. The nerve of some people. What the fuck? Like, these people are so disconnected with reality. Like, thought we were friends, bro. Like, you haven't talked to that person in years. That's like this one dude used to pick on me in grade school all the time. And then, like, later in my late 20s, early 30s, he starts messaging me on Facebook saying, "Oh, I saw your profile picture. You look so good lately. Blah, blah, blah. What happened to you?" It's like, fuck you, buddy. You think I'm just gonna forget because you're all of a sudden paying me attention? What you did to me? No. Fuck you. Fuck your face. Not literally, but yeah, fuck you. Social influencer banned from airline for life for demanding business class upgrade. Posted by user The Last Alienist. A Cathay Pacific passenger was kicked off of a flight and banned for life after attempting to get upgraded to business class. An influencer claimed she was sent an email which allowed her an upgrade from premium economy. Let's open this link here to see what this letter says. Shall we? Here we go. Dear blank, we appreciate you taking the time to write and share details about your upcoming trip back to Hong Kong from New York City. We understand that you are boarding CX-865 from New York to Hong Kong on the 7th of June. As a social media influencer, we welcome you on board our flight and truly hope that you will have a seamless flight experience with us. Because of your social network, we would like to formally extend a business class upgrade to you on the day of your flight, should any tickets be available at check-in. An agent will update your boarding pass if there is availability. Feel free to document your travels with us, highlighting the comfort, service, and quality of your travel experiences. We encourage you to utilize our hashtag #MoveBeyond, and hashtag Cathay Creators. We look forward to welcoming you on board. Sincerely, Marketing Manager. Okay. Okay, back to the story. She explained that before traveling, she emailed Cathay Pacific asking for an upgrade on her return Taiwan to New York ticket. After this, she received an email confirming that I was eligible for a business class seat if tickets were available at check-in. While traveling through an airport in Taipei on May 30th, she showed the email only to be declined the upgrade at the airport. On her return journey from New York on June 7th, she tried again only to be told she was not allowed to board. She said that she waited at check-ins for 30 minutes, after which a member of staff accused her of trying to get an upgrade with a fake email. They then canceled her ticket, citing fraud, and banned her from ever flying with the airline. Influencer was then forced to pay another $1,400 for her return flight home. After returning home, she contacted the airline to clear up the misunderstanding and asked them to refund the cost of her new flight. However, Cathay confirmed that the email was fraudulent and that the only way they could review the case was if she could provide the embedded information of the email so they could trace it. Wow, these influencers are getting out of control, I think. They just think they're just, all influencers are just pathological liars that found they're calling and scamming people. Like, ugh. You guys suck. Fucking influencers. Okay, let's go. Give him the shirt off my back, and he would complain that it was Hanes and not Gucci. Posted by user Liam Will-Walker. An unemployed friend wanted to build a large barbecue smoker on a trailer and asked if I could help him. I told him that I would help, but I could only work on it after work or on the weekend if I wasn't at my job. A couple of weeks go by with me coming over and doing most of the work. His Suburban breaks down and he stops the work on the smoker, and I help him fix his ride. At my normal job, my boss is overloaded with work, so I'm working 14 hours a day, but still managing to work on the smoker some. I finally burnt out from pushing it too hard. It's the middle of September, and Orlando is just hot. I call my friend and tell him that I gotta take a break and won't be coming over to work on the smoker. He gets a little attitude and hangs up. Next day, he calls and apologizes. Then my truck breaks down. I text him and tell him I gotta fix my truck. He starts sending me texts saying that he is over it and that he is going to take the smoker and sell it for scrap, and that I should borrow a car instead of fixing mine because he needs the smoker finished. I tell him that if he doesn't appreciate the favor that I am doing, then do it yourself, because I've been working all day in the heat and still coming over and trying to work on the smoker, and that if he can't understand that I need to fix my ride, then I don't know what to say except good luck, because I am done going out of my way to help him. He goes on another rant about how it is my own fault for working in the heat and that I should just be fine with coming over and working on the smoker every day unless I am just a lazy piece of shit, and that it is my fault that he can't finish building his smoker. So I just sent him a text that said, "Go fuck yourself. Sideways. I'm done trying to do any favors for such an appreciative piece of crap. Lose my number or not, because I plan on blocking you anyway. Good luck. Goodbye." Haven't talked to him since, and don't miss being stressed out about doing him a favor. Oh. Good, yeah, block that. How can he say that you're the lazy one when he doesn't even have a fucking job? Like, who's the lazy one? I mean, not saying that everyone who doesn't have a job is lazy, because I'm kind of in that predicament myself. Still going at it, though. Not giving up. I will find one. Anyway, okay, let's get to the next one. My aunt requested free tutorial for her daughter. Posted by user Not Your Donut Hole. I'm a university student, and my aunt requested me to tutor her 10-year-old daughter for free. I wanted to reject because I'm busy, but my mom forced me to do it, saying it's my responsibility as a relative. So once a week, I travel 2 hours to aunt's home, spend 2 hours teaching her kid, then travel 2 hours back to my home. It is exhausting, but the worst part is her kid is super annoying. She never focuses on the stuff I'm teaching. She loves playing with her stationery. She had cut my hair with scissors twice. I complained to Aunt, but she said it's just kid playing. The kid had exams recently, and her results aren't good. My aunt blames me for that and asked me to find a better tutor for her kid, and I need to pay for that tutor because I caused her daughter to have bad grades. My mom thinks it's reasonable. So here I am, moved out from my home, rented a flat with my friends, got back my 8 hours free time on the weekend. Hallelujah, OP. Oh my God. What country are you? I don't mean to ask, because recently somebody pointed out to me that it's not nice to ask what country someone's from. But where is this happening? I'm curious. Like, why would your aunt and mother think it's reasonable to pay for your cousin's tutor? Like, you didn't give birth to them. What? I don't get it. What the fuck is with some of these families? What do you mean this is no warranty? Posted by user Shaka Brutta. At a previous job, several jobs ago, the firm would hire a lot of temp staff to perform different tasks. One of them hit it off with me and we became pretty tight. After her temp time ended, they gave her a full-time position. The salary was shit, but she didn't have too many good skills that the company could use. An odd degree and a personality that was painful at times. One day, I was at my desk and she stopped by to ask me if I had a PC she could have. I looked through our stack of older models and found one that was in pretty good condition. It was about 4 years old at the time. I showed it to her, spun it up, let her use it a bit. She commented that it was a bit slow. I said we could remedy that by adding more memory. I also recommend buying a new hard drive for it too so I could load a newer copy of Windows on it. She didn't want to spend the money, so she took it as is. Once in a while, she'd comment on how pokey it was. I made some tweaks to it, but without more memory, there wasn't much I could do. I changed jobs a year later. She happened to look up my salary, this info is public, where I live, and emailed me to say how pissed off she was that I was making 2 times what she was, and I didn't have a degree. I replied that I had job skills that were in demand, and that she should stop focusing on finding a job in her major. It was some funky anthropology degree where you got your MS, then PhD, with hopes of teaching, and just move into HR or something. She went off on me. I just let it go. As time passed, I got healthy and realized she was getting hella toxic, and I didn't need that in my life. We drifted apart, which I was okay with. One day she calls me, tells me that the PC isn't working. I ask what's wrong. She gives me the error. I tell her that the hard drive seems to have failed and that she can get a replacement for $60 or so. She went off about what a shitty warranty the company had and that this should be a warranty item. I explained that the PC was made in the year 2000. She got it for free in 2004. The warranty on it was done in 2001. Even the hard drive had a 3-year warranty. It was now 2008. The time had come to replace it or just buy a newer PC. She yelled at me, then said, "So you gave me something and won't even warranty it?" I said it was free. I am not giving anyone something for free and putting a warranty on it. It's just as is. Good effing luck. She bitched more, then said she talked to somebody about it. I told her that she was more than welcome to take me to court over it. I'd welcome the opportunity to see how this played out. She hung up the phone. 1 month later, I get an email asking me if I could install the new hard drive for her and install Windows. I gave her a quote on it, which led to another long rant, including, "They pay you so much money and you can't even do something this simple?" This time I told her to fuck off and get help, as her anger was misdirected. 3 years later, she emailed me again after her dad's PC died, saying he needed one for his business. I sent her directions to Best Buy and said, "There you go." Haven't heard from her since. TLDR, gave someone a 4-year-old PC in 2004. They reached out to me in 2008 and were upset that there was no warranty on the PC. The entitlement, this belongs in like entitled people too, because like, what the fuck? Like, he gave you something for free and you expect him to forever cover the parts and labor costs on the repairs for it? No. You fucking need to be admitted into the psych ward, you crazy, 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 crazy bitch. You drew her dead pet for free. You should draw mine for free too. Posted by user The Chaotic Storm. Many years ago, I was on an animal rescue message board and a fairly active member. On occasion, if someone I was friends with had to put down their own animal, I would draw a portrait for their pet from their posted pictures and send it to them privately. It was meant to be a comforting gesture and payment never crossed my mind. I still do these for close friends. One of the women was very touched and posted her horse's portrait in the topic where she said she had to put him down. She thanked me for my generosity, and there were many comments admiring the portrait. Then I got a private message from someone I had never heard of. I don't remember the text. The board has since shut down, but the gist of it was like this. "Hi, I saw the picture you drew for X. It's really good. Can you please do a portrait of my horse?" I did not know this person at all and had never seen them post. The horse portrait I had done took several hours, so I estimated it would be worth about $75 on time alone. I also included a bereavement discount of $25 because losing a pet is hard and disposing of a horse is expensive. But you did it for X for free. I can't pay because I spend all my money on rescue. Explaining that I had been interacting with X for years did no good whatsoever. Also, I found out Choosing Beggar's horse was alive and well when I mentioned my $25 bereavement discount. Nope, I was a greedy cunt for wanting to take money from the pockets of fellow animal rescuers. I blocked her after that, so I don't know if she ever posted anywhere else. I didn't hear anything else about it. Holy shit. Like, okay, the best comment on this is from Not That Jaded, and he says, says, if you can't afford $50 for a picture of your horse, you probably can't afford the horse, or their next vet bill. No lie, I used to joke that my horse was the easiest keeper. Then this year, he was diagnosed with moon blindness plus glaucoma in one eye with various complications that eventually led us to have it removed. And he had gastrointestinal thing, not colic, that I'm blanking on the word for at the moment, that led to several days at the horsey hospital. And he just got diagnosed with early stage EPM. So, yeah. Even the easy keepers can get suddenly expensive, but this is why I've been tossing money into a savings account I never touch since I first got the horse. Somebody says, what's EPM? And he responds, equine protozoal myeloencephalitis. Oh my god, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Basically a neurologic illness that can be a bitch to deal with, especially if not caught early. Thankfully, my friend who's boarding for me, currently out of state, has had to deal with it in her own horse and noticed a really minor symptom in my horse and had him checked out. Oh, it's awesome that you got it checked soon, but poor horsies. That's so sad. But getting into this, like, that's so true though. Like, if you don't have money to pay for a drawing, then you should not own animals. Like, animals are way more expensive than drawings are. So I hate when people ask for free drawings to begin with. I mean, I'm kind of an artist. I pay somebody else to do the art for my channel, but it's because I like to help out other artists and give other people the limelight. Like, I could post any of my art up at any time I want, but I don't have that want to do it. So essentially, you're paying for somebody's time and want to do something for you. You know, like, pay people what they're worth, people. Stop trying to get shit for free. The last story's called Uncle Tried to Get Me to Do His Company Accounts Because I Owed Him a Favor from a While Back. Posted by user RedXSam. So, I work in finance. I'm a qualified chartered accountant, but operate exclusively in corporate finance, which is not entirely interlinked with accountancy. However, I can do most accounting-related stuff, such as reviewing accounts, filling out returns and FCA docs, basic tax returns and reviews, etc. My relatives all know this, and will occasionally ask me for help, which is no biggie as I'm usually down to assist. However, this one uncle has set up a business about 2 years ago now, and acts like he is the CEO of an international corporation, when in reality it's a failing business that's already cost his family their home. He messaged me a few days ago, and this is how the conversation went. U for uncle, M for me. Uncle: hey, I need to call in a favor. Ring me. Me: hello, Uncle. I'm in meetings all day, so I can't really call. What's up? Uncle: I need your help with my company accounts. Ring me. Me: what sort of help? Uncle: why are you not ringing me? Don't disrespect me. Me: as I said, I'm in meetings, so I can't. What help do you need? Uncle: you owe me a favor, and I need you to do my company accounts. The deadline is approaching. Me: I can't do a full set of accounts for you. They take a while to do, especially with the complex nature and history of your business. Due to new IFRS 15 regulations, etc., his business is a nightmare to do accounts for. Uncle: Don't lie to me. You owe me. Are you even an accountant? I will tell your mother. Me: How do I owe you? Uncle: You broke my shed window and it cost me a lot to repair. At this point, I realized what he was talking about. Around 18 years ago, my uncle was buying the secondhand shed from my family home. He was carrying one of the windows when he absent-mindedly bumped into me whilst I was enjoying my Capri Sun and dropped the window. Anyway, back to the conversation. Me: Are you seriously trying to call in a favor from 18 years ago for something that wasn't my fault? Uncle: You cost me money. Now do this. I have put your name down as my accountant. Me: Legally, you cannot do that without my signature. What happened to your actual accountant? Uncle: I couldn't trust him. His accountant was this old black dude who was super nice. His people are too dodgy. Me: That's racist and dumb. You're wasting my time. Pay me £300 and I'll do it for you. Generally the amount he paid the previous accountant. Uncle: Bastard, you keep disrespecting me. I will phone your mother and father and we see how smart you act then. Me: I'm not doing shit for free, and especially not for you the way you behaved. At this point, he spam calls me. I decide to answer at one point, and all I hear are swear words. A few minutes later, my mom rings me and asks me why her brother is so upset, so I explain. She tells me to ignore him and she'll deal with them. I thought it was over until he literally waited outside my office and grabbed me by the collar. Security restrained him within 2 seconds and called the police. This shit was whack. Holy shit. He's like, what is he, in the fucking mafia? He's acting like, he's trying to offer you some protection. You know? Oh, shit. These are the people we're related to. Or you are, not me. Anybody try to shake me down like that would get a what for, I tell you what. Alright, my dudes, that's all the stories I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this subreddit, r/ChoosingBeggars. It's one of my favorites. And if you did like it, please go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me out. And if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification beside it to be notified when I have future videos just like this, so you never miss one. As always, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love by giving them some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And while you're in the enchanted land of Reddit, head on over to r/RedditFairy and post your stories there, because my dudes, you never know, they just might show up in the next episode. So until next time, have a good one. A